This is out of International Business Times. Despite the rising prices of gold, physical demand for the yellow metal continues to surge. Physical demand for gold is robust, and premiums on gold coins continue to rise in key bullion markets in London, Dubai, Mumbai, New York, and Beijing. According to the analyst for Goldcore, premiums on British gold sovereigns have increased from 3% to 7% in just 1 month on British sovereigns, and British investors buy the coins as they do, and then it just goes on from there. And so I want to point out, Ted keeps buying gold when it's low, selling it when it's high at the old price. And he's run out of almost everything at, the price when gold was $70, $80 lower. But he's still got a little bit. And then he bought other coins as it was going up that are still the best deals you're going to find. I mean, I use the example of, I've seen one of the biggest gold companies selling francs, European francs, fifth of an ounce for $360. And Ted last week, they were 250 something. I mean, Ted's losing money in this market if he bought them now. So there's always a premium, but you can forget the premium. You can forget, even bullion prices with these deals. So briefly, Ted, what do you have right now for people that's available? Because most coin shops are sold out or there's giant premiums.
Well, like you said, Alex, the best thing that I have going on right now is the franc coin at 256.68 cents. Now, if you buy that coin from us, you're going to get a full year subscription to Bob Chapman's International Forecaster, too.
Yeah, but even if people have already got the free forecaster, which is twice a week and a great value, that isn't what matters. That $256 per fifth of an ounce franc, that's a really good deal.
It's as good as it gets across the entire globe. And you're right about the British sovereigns, too. The premiums have shot up in them. The supplies are so thin that I don't even sell them right now. I'm not keeping stock because... 800-686-2237. 800-686-2237. Folks, don't screw around. Call up. Fifth of an ounce francs. That's what I've been buying the last few years. Really great deal. But briefly, when we come back, tell us about some of the other coin offers you've got that are also excellent deals. Folks, you're not going to find francs any less than this, and you're probably not going to be able to find them this low. And plus it's a patriot organization. They've got them on hand, ready to ship to you right now. We'll be back. Stay with us.
The question is, where should the American people draw their line in the sand?
What have we got? A republic or a monarchy?
A republic is based on a constitution which protects minority rights.
Not democracy, not mob rule, two wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner.
So they think they own our land. They think they own our water, children, our education, our money.
We have to define who we are and what we will tolerate.
Somebody's going to ask you what you did during the Patriot Uprising.
You have been warned.
We have the facts. We have the Constitution. We have the Bill of Rights. We have common law. Knowledge is power, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm so excited to be able to offer you Don't Tread on Me, Rise of the Republic. Tyranny is upon us, but liberty and the sleeping giant that is the American people is rising. A new tool in the info war. Don't Tread on Me. Order it at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139 and support independent, patriotic Liberty films.
Are you prepared? Well, you need to be hardcore prepared. There is a difference. To be hardcore prepared, equip yourself with the latest survival gear available at TactownGear.com. All Tactown gear has been field tested by Canadian and U.S. forces, so you know it's tough. What kind of gear? 72-hour survival kits as low as $55. Holsters for $21. Ankle holsters as low as $40. Flashlights, knives, binoculars, sleeping bags, boots, weapons, accessories, and much more available only at TactownGear.com. Order now and receive free shipping and a free gift on orders over $175. Need more? Receive free shipping, a free gift, and a 10% discount on orders over $250. Visit TactownGear.com right now for your preparedness needs. That's TACTownGear.com. TactownGear.com. Or call Tactown Gear at 418-844-9111. Again, that's 418-844-9111.
Making the right decisions is a challenge to investors. Are we going to see economic growth, slide into a recession, or at worst, depression? Hi, Ted Anderson from Midas Resources. We all know when a company acts irresponsibly, divesting ourselves in a move towards safety is prudent. When the market becomes volatile, U.S. Treasuries are a safe haven. But what do you do when the U.S. government overextends itself and spends beyond its means? Many investors are turning toward gold as a common-sense alternative to traditional paper investments. Midas Resources has put together a powerful book titled 10 Reasons to Own Gold, discussing costs, benefits, risks, featuring full-color illustrations, weights, and measures. The book is free and can be yours by calling 800-686-2237. Paper investments are dwarfed by gold's 6,000-year history. Discover how gold may be right for you and your IRA by calling 800-686-2237. Whether buying or it's time for you to sell, the book is free. Call 800-686-2237.
Hello, this is Alex Jones with some important questions. If you're going into a battle and they give you a rifle and a sidearm, how much ammunition do you want? My answer would be all I can get. In the battle for freedom and the lives of your loved ones, food is your only ammunition. How much do you want? When do you want it? Now or after the battle starts? When will you need it? Can you buy it without proper identification? Will there be any food? Will it make your children sick? If there's a quarantine and you can't feed yourself, will you go to the gathering center and be immunized? You wipe out all these problems if you have a good food supply. Food is your ammunition to fight for your freedom and your life. How much will you need? We don't know. How much do you want? All you can get. I'm Alex Jones. I want all of you good guys to live to fight another day. Call 1-800-409-5633 or check it out on the web at efoodsdirect.com. Again, that number, 1-800-409-5633.
To Jim Tucker, the granddaddy of the Bilderberg sleuths, and there wasn't a point to get him on today. He said he hadn't gotten any intel yet, but he should have it tomorrow, if not by Sunday, from the global government meeting going on in Spain. So look for that tomorrow. I got a key announcement coming up after the next break, and I'm going to blitz through some news, and I promise get to all the phone callers that are patiently holding 1-800-259-9231. But Ted, I've got some mainstream articles here today that, explain that you've got bankrupt countries bailing out bankrupt countries, and then they bail out the other bankrupt countries. But the private bankers are issuing all this currency and credit out of nothing. They're getting real assets in return. There's a method to this madness, and you notice Greece goes down, and then Spain, and now France, and England, and Iceland, and it's just getting worse and worse. The jobless numbers up, more factories shutting down. You've got the situation with Mercury. Not going to be able to buy Mercury anymore, folks. The government runs GM. They want us dependent. And there's no silver bullet to save anybody in this, except take the states back, take our government back, get a true fiscal responsibility. But as a stopgap measure to protect yourselves, I don't buy gold and silver as an investment. Though I started buying gold when it was $265 or so an ounce, and I still buy it when it's $1,200. And I don't sell it when it goes up to, quote, take a profit. It's an emergency backup against total depression, just like storable food or firearms. And it's not that I'm living in fear. Oh, no. I'm living in control, just like the old-timers. Just like the grasshopper doesn't store stuff during the summer, the ant does. The ant lives through the winter. The grasshopper dies. And a lot of people are buying gold right now as an investment. Look, the point is, and people only buy when it's going up. It's crazy. Well, with Ted, you can get in a time machine and go back and get a better deal on it. Again, $256 per franc. I wouldn't buy just one and then get a free newsletter. That's a great way to stick your toe in. I would, move substantively in it if I was you. But that's what I would do personally. Ted, briefly, what are some of the other coin offers you've got in other gold coins you've got on hand, silver coins, some of the other smoking deals you've got?
Well, the Walking Liberty half at $9.75 is a great buy. I mean, we have Eagles, U.S. Eagles. We have Krugerrands. We have Maple Leafs. I mean, we have bags of junk silver.
I saw an article about runs on Krugerrands the last 2 weeks in Deutschland.
You know, their output right now, the Krugerrand has put out, it's at a 25-year high, and they can't keep up with demand. The British sovereigns have been sopped up and taken right out of the marketplace. The francs are falling short behind that right now. The Europeans, who normally don't buy gold, are buying it hands down. I mean, they can't get enough of it because they're watching their nations.
And we've always talked
thing.
about this. You've got maybe 1% of the population that buys gold to physically hold it. It was less than 0.5% just 2 years ago. It's about to be 2, 3, 4% in the West. It's already more than 50% in India or China. As the yuppies figure out that paper's dangerous, you're not going to be able to find gold, folks. I mean, it's already happening. I don't know how to say it, Ted. I mean, I was telling them 7 years ago at $265 to get into it. Are they going to listen now?
Well, I sure hope so. I mean, if they're sitting in the stock market, bond market, if they have annuities, if they're sitting with money in the bank, I mean, you name it. Just anything you can think of. Even the real estate market has been incredibly volatile because of all the debt associated to it. You just simply can't get away from the fact that the United States dollar and foreign currencies are under attack because the central banks that create this money